Good morning, welcome back to Yorkshire, to Pateley Bridge and the second part of the Six Dales trailing. The weather forecast this weekend, Saturday was meant to be the better day, which is why I'm out now, but since I got up this morning it's been that horrible drizzle and I thought it was going to get a little bit brighter as the sun came up, but got a feeling this could be set in for the day. And it could be a long day as well, because I've got about 19 miles to get from here over the next 3 dales and into Middleham. So we'll just have to wait and see. It's not promising, but going to make the best of it anyway. Just see what the day has to offer. So I did stop to put some waterproofs on, and it seems as if that's done the trick, because if you have a look now, just looks as if it's going to start and brighten up, and that's not bad at all. But if you'd have watched my channel 2 or 3 weeks back, you'd have seen that I started the Six Dale Trail. It begins in Otley and it goes all the way to Pateley Bridge, and I had some pretty good weather for that, and it was a lovely day. But I'm led to believe on the second half of this walk between here and Middleham, terrain gets a little bit tougher. It's a little bit further and maybe a little bit more gnarly, but this isn't bad now. I'll take this all day. And you can just feel as we move towards the back end of September as well that temperature's dipping, and we've left the summer behind. And a week or so ago when I was in Wales, I had some horrendous temperatures and humidity, really unpleasant walking, but this isn't bad. And as long as the rain stays off, I'll be quite happy. So when you leave Pateley Bridge, you just pick up the signs for the Nidderdale Way and just follow those out of town. We've come as far as Garthwaite Reservoir. We just follow this track now till we reach the end of the reservoir, then strike right at Garthwaite, go up over onto Fountain's Earth, and then hopefully we'll start to get some views across the Leighton Reservoir. It's an area that I'm not particularly familiar with, so I'm looking forward to that. But the rain's off and on. It's not heavy though. And for a Saturday, I know it's early, but it's still nice and quiet. So the climb up from Garthwaite's not that bad, and just kind of keeps going on a gradual incline. And that's great. The views back down to Nidderdale are absolutely fantastic. It's really opened up now. And the rain stopped, thankfully, and it's given way to some brighter weather. There's no wind either. I was expecting it to be a little bit windier today, but I don't think we're going to get much wind at all. But yeah, not bad walking conditions. Been going about 2 hours now. I want to get a little bit further on before I stop for the first time, so still plenty of walking left to do, and I'm really enjoying this now. And I'm getting about ready for something to eat and drink, and I've just come across these shooting lodges. They are going to be closed, of course, and they're marked on the map. But what they will do is they will provide a little bit of shelter for me whilst I just stop for 5 minutes. Well, this is great. Just crossing over from Nidderdale to Coasterdale. Absolutely fantastic. It's lovely up here. So I finished my coffee, quickly set off, and as you drop down, you come down towards some pasture land. There's a field full of cows in there with young, and you can see that straight away interested in what's going on, getting up and sort of looking at you and focusing your attention, starting to move towards you. I've had to come right the way around and then back through along a field that runs parallel and just aim for that gap in the wall with a stile there. Just get through and leave that all behind, and that's quite a relief because they were looking a bit feisty. Well, that's where I'm supposed to go, and the path cuts off over through that stile and towards the left, but you can already see I've got a bit of attention. But there seems to be a footpath further on up that direction, which I'll try and get to. It'll just give me a bit of breathing space. Maybe they'll start looking elsewhere. Let's just see how we get on. I don't fancy this. So I've given them plenty of room, got out of line of sight, and I think I've safely negotiated that. And I'm almost back on the track and where I need to be now, so quite happy with that. And looking off into the distance, it just seems to be fields of sheep, so I can cope with that. Well, going through all that bracken wasn't much fun. It was really rough underfoot. I got soaked. The good thing about these trousers though is that they dry really quickly. So with the temperature being quite mild and a bit of a breeze, I'm not too bad now. It's just my feet that are a bit wet. I'm starting to flake a bit. So I think what I'll do, there's a place called Gollinglith Foot, which is down in this direction. There's a car park. There'll probably be a bench or something to sit on. I'm going to finish off the rest of my coffee there, and then I'm going to push on. But this is great walking. You know, it's an area that's so close to home, yet absolutely no experience of it at all. So it's really nice to get out and see these things. Well, there isn't much here, but I'm going to take 5 minutes and have a coffee anyway. And the remarkable thing about this trail is that there's absolutely nobody on it. So 2 guys on mountain bikes near Bouthwaite. That's the only other people I've seen to speak to today. It's been absolutely incredible. And considering it's a Saturday, the weather's pretty good. You know, I'm really, really surprised with this. But been some fantastic walking. Really, really great mix of scenery. And even think that the second half is probably better than the first. Made some new mates anyway. Okay, well I seem to have made a bit of a mistake. When I left Ellerstring, I was following the track for the Six Dales Trail, and on the ground there was a signage that was taking me across some farmland. It said Six Dales Trail. It was a public footpath on the map as well, and I took that, and then once I was committed to it I realised that I wasn't going to go anywhere near Jervaux Abbey, and I got some glimpses of it through the trees. But I've picked up the track proper now. This is the River Yure. I'm going to follow it all the way to Middleham and get to the cover bridge in about 1.5 miles or something like that. But it's a really, really relaxing end to the walk. The terrain's not been too undulating, and it's just been nice just to do some flat walking and just bang out some miles. It's been a really, really lovely day. I had some differing thoughts when I set off from Pateley Bridge this morning and the rain was blowing through, but I'm really glad I persisted with it because this is gorgeous now. Lovely end to the day. So I'm now following the river cover somewhere over in that direction. When you get to Cover Bridge, it's just worth knowing that you want the path that joins the river on the other side of the bridge. So what you need to do is just pass through the stile, cross over the bridge, go around the side of the pub. Just beyond the pub, there's a squeeze stile, takes you through into a field. Just follow the building line, and then once you hit the river, you're back on the track proper. I didn't see any signs for it, but they just might not have been obvious. Lots of easy walking now, and it won't be long before I'm back in Middleham. an absolutely stunning end to the walk. Just come up that rise and then the castle and Middleham come into view, and best part of the day now. Sun's out and I've just got a 5 or 10 minutes walk into the village. I'm going to get the bus back to Ripon, and what I'll try and do as well is I'll try and pinpoint exactly where the bus stop is. Wasn't that clear from the information I could find on the internet, so I'll try and pinpoint that for you as well. What a fantastic walk, and I have to say, I'm comparing the walk in two halves, this has definitely been the better half. It's more remote, and certainly until I got to the banks of the river and Jervo Abbey, I was on my own for most of the day. So even on a Saturday in glorious weather, you can still find a bit of solitude up here, and definitely worth the effort. So if you've enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Is this something you've attempted before or something that's in your plans? And if you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button, you'll get a heads up every time I upload a new video. I'm really grateful for everyone that's subscribed so far. It does mean a lot to me. So thanks very much for your support, and I'll see you next time.